Hello boys and girls, and why not, also adults who are visiting this channel. Welcome everyone. Here I will be sharing a space created for the little ones in the family where I will be leaving them stories created by me and they will be narrated through my voice. The purpose is to have a fun and pleasant time in which they could listen to them during the day or, as was the custom in the past, before going to sleep. And well, without further ado, here we go with the story. Hope you like it. The Lost Elf. This is the story of a little man. This little guy lived beyond a rainbow and he was an elf. A family of rabbits that lived in the forest collected carrots to store since it was announced 3 days of heavy rain. One afternoon, while Mother Rabbit finished cleaning the den, her 2 children played ball while Father Rabbit returned from work. The wind began to blow strongly. The rain was sure to come. The Mother Rabbit begins to call her little ones, "Children, children, go into the house. It will start to rain soon," her mother yelled from inside. The little rabbits, seeing that their father was already showing his ears, ran very fast to catch up with him. Mother Rabbit had dinner almost ready and she began very quickly to close the doors and windows of the burrow so that the water did not enter. Daddy Rabbit and his kids are finally inside with Mommy Rabbit. With everything closed, they wait for the first drops of rain to begin to fall from the sky. With the wind blowing strong and the sky covered with dark clouds, the sounds of strong thunder begin to appear. In the forest there was no one outside their homes, and without a minute passing it began to rain. Mama Rabbit asked everyone to wash their hands while she set the table. It was dinner time. The aroma of carrot broth perfumed the house and Dad Rabbit, stretching his whiskers, said, "What a delight, I'm hungry." The family, while enjoying their dinner, hear the loud noise of the rain that visits the entire forest. The branches of the trees dance with the rhythm of the wind, and with so much movement the entire burrow is left without light. Quickly Daddy Rabbit lights an old lantern and the family manages to finish dinner. After dinner, Mother Rabbit finishes tidying up the kitchen while Father Rabbit lights the fireplace in the living room, since the night was getting cool. Mama Rabbit brings into the living room a fennel and carrot cake that she had prepared for dessert with warm chocolate. The little bunnies with their snouts against the window watched as the rain did not stop but rained even harder. Suddenly someone knocks on the door very insistently. When Daddy Rabbit opens the door, he sees his neighbor, the beaver, wet to the teeth. Come in, Beaver," says the rabbit. The astonished rabbit tells him, "Don Beaver, you are crazy. What is he doing outside at night and in this rain?" The beaver shakes his fur and asks, "Excuse me for interrupting your dessert, but don't you have a candle for me?" "Our cave has lost its light," said the beaver. The Mother Rabbit opens a cabinet drawer in the kitchen and gives Don Beaver 2 candles. "Take, Beaver, I'll give you 2 candles because this rain will continue tomorrow," said the rabbit. The beaver was grateful for the candles and returned home. The family finished their dessert warm in the warmth of the fireplace, while outside the sky continued with its lights and sounds of thunder that accompanied the heavy rain that seemed to continue all night. Hours passed and we had to go to rest, although the little rabbits did not want to stop looking outside. The little bunnies, each one lying in their bed, were waiting for their parents' goodnight kiss. Daddy Rabbit warms them up and says goodnight to each one. The Mother Rabbit also kisses both of them, and one of the little ones asks her, "Mom, could you read us a story?" "No, little ones, not today. "It's too late," the mother replied and went to rest too. Lightning lit up the bunny's room and both little ones couldn't fall asleep yet. If it had been up to them, they would still be with their furry faces glued to the window. They are both looking out the window waiting for another lightning bolt to illuminate the room again when suddenly one of the smaller rabbit's shoes moves under the bed. "Did you hear that?" the smaller rabbit asks his brother. "I haven't heard anything," the other tells him. The bunnies were waiting for the noise to be heard again, but it did not happen. What amazed them both was that the shoe was moving again. Both brothers looked at each other, but neither tried to move. The oldest brother decides to light a candle that his mother had left on the nightstand. With the candle lit, they both stare at the shoe, and suddenly the shoe moves again and the smallest rabbit shoots it with a bear that he had in his bed. The bear hits the shoe and something green and tiny flies out and lands on a chair that has a pile of clothes. Both brothers jump out of their beds and slowly make their way to the chair to see what had come out of the shoe. The little rabbits, with a little fear but with a lot of curiosity at the same time, arrive at the chair and see a very small little man who does not move. The older bunny blows on it and the little man wakes up. "Hey, be more careful or you'll knock me to the ground if you blow too hard," the little man said a little angrily. Both brothers laughed and helped him up. The little man was wearing very funny clothes and his shoes were even more funny. "What are you? And how did you get here to our house?" asked the smallest bunny. "My name is Nashi and I am a goblin," said the little man. The brothers extended their paw to greet the little elf and welcomed him to their home. Nashi tells them how he got there to his house. "I live at the end of the rainbow," Nashi said when the little rabbit interrupts saying, "What is a rainbow?" Amazed, Nashi tells him, "Have you ever seen a rainbow?" The bunnies say no, they had never seen a rainbow. Nashi tells them, "A rainbow is an arc of many colors. Exactly, it is made up of 7 different colors. This arch is formed when after the rain goes away the sun comes out again. It is a very nice bow. We elves live at the end of the rainbow. There, in addition to having our village, we also have a very large pot that has many coins and my uncle Kyufi is in charge of taking care of it. I came here because I disobeyed my family. In our village we are forbidden to cross to the other side of the rainbow, but I was curious to know what was on the other side, and out of curiosity I fell and now I am lost." The bunnies saw that Nashi was sad. Then they told him, "Don't worry, we will help you to return to your village." Nashi replied, "I will not be able to return. The rainbow is not in the sky. That's why when I fell I saw a small hole near his door and that's how I entered his house." The older bunny said, "I have an idea. Now, since it's late, we're going to sleep and tomorrow we'll think about how to help you get back." Nashi agreed and the 3 of them thought it best to wait until the next day. Then both rabbits made Nashi a bed with a pair of stockings and blowing out the candle the bunnies and the elf decided to sleep. The morning of the next day had arrived. The mother rabbit wakes her children up by banging on the bedroom door and tells them that breakfast is ready. Nashi, the goblin, is the first to get up. "Come on, come on. Breakfast is ready and my belly is roaring with hunger," said the little elf. The bunnies looked at each other and both laughed. The little rabbit was going to eat breakfast when his brother stops him. "Wait, we can't let Mom and Dad see Nashi," said the older bunny. But he must also have breakfast because Mom says that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, his brother replied. Nashi asked to speak. Hey, can I suggest an idea? Added Nashi. Both bunnies said yes. Then the goblin suggested, why does one of you go and bring breakfast and we all have breakfast here while we plan how to get back to my house? Because they're still going to help me get back, right? Said the goblin. The older bunny and his brother agreed with Nashi's suggestion and said that they were still going to help him get back home. The older bunny brings breakfast and the three of them get ready to eat breakfast. After breakfast time, now the bunnies and the elf are planning the return of the little elf to his home. The worried older rabbit asks, Nashi, did you tell us that your home is at the end of the rainbow? Yes, I live right there, replied Nashi. And how can we help you if it's still raining outside and the rainbow isn't in the sky? Said the older bunny thoughtfully. Then Nashi added, for the rainbow to reappear we must wait for the rain to stop. Then the sun will rise and there will be a rainbow in the sky and I can be at home again, said Nashi. Then the three of them ran to the window and looked out. It was still raining, but already the rain seemed to be stopping. The older rabbit said, the rain is stopping, but if the rainbow appears, how will you go up? Asked the little rabbit. The little bunny said he had an idea. I have an idea. Maybe he can jump several times until he reaches the rainbow, said the little bunny. Nashi, shaking his head, replied, don't you see how small I am? I can't jump that high. The bunny idea wasn't very good because Nashi was right. He was too small to jump so high. The three of them would have to figure out something that would help Nashi get up. It is said that elves are small beings, but they are very intelligent. One of the bunnies who was still wearing his pajamas had another idea. Maybe that idea could work. We could create a ship or something that flies to reach the rainbow, said the older rabbit. Nashi, looking at the little bunny's pajamas, added, Eureka! We will make a balloon that flies like the one over there, Nashi said, pointing to the pajamas that had many balloons drawn on them. Then the bunnies and Nashi, seeing that it was no longer raining, rushed to find the materials to create the flying balloon. Taking a little box, they tied it to a balloon that the bunnies had to play with. Nashi got into the box and said it was perfect. Everything was ready. Just had to wait for the rainbow to appear. With the window open and with Nashi ready in the balloon, everyone expected to see the rainbow and be able to take off. But there was a problem. How would they make the balloon fly? The sun finally took its place in the sky. Only the rainbow was missing, but also now no one knew how to blow up the balloon. We have to hurry. Soon the rainbow will come out, and if we don't hurry I won't be able to get there, Nashi said, worried. Still, none of the three had realized that the plan had a problem. Suddenly the older bunny says, how will we make the balloon fly? No wind. The little bunny replies, I will blow it until it reaches the top. That was impossible. In the room, the bunny brothers had a desk where they did their homework. Nashi sees a strange device and asks, what is that strange device? The older rabbit tells him that this is used to cool off on very hot days, that his father had said that it gives air and is called a fan. Nashi tells him that maybe that could work. While the bunnies prepare the fan, the elf announces that the rainbow is already in the sky. Both brothers with a big woo are looking at the beauty of the rainbow. Nashi interrupts, come on, come on. Let's hurry up. The bunnies say goodbye to Nashi. Come back to visit us someday, says the older bunny. And you never disobey your parents, or because you are curious and disobedient it could happen that one day you get lost just like me, Nashi told them ashamed. They turned on the fan and the little rabbit dropped the box with the balloon and Nashi started to climb very high. Goodbye friends and thank you very much, shouted Nashi from the air. Hours later the bunnies head out for lunch. At the table they tell their parents that they had helped the elf. Their parents thought that the little ones were telling them an invented story and they laughed. With the passing of the hours the sun had gone and the rain had appeared again as announced. The brothers kept telling their parents about Nashi until the mother rabbit said that making up stories to have a good time was okay but telling lies was wrong. Then the little bunny went to the room and brought the hat that Nashi had forgotten. Look Mom, do you see that it's not a lie? Said the bunny. Mom and Dad Rabbit believed their children and the next day everyone would wait for the rainbow to come out to admire its beautiful colors. And both bunnies, every time they see the rainbow, they will also expect a visit from their friend Nashi. End. Well friends, did you like the story? If so, I hope you will give me a like, subscribe to the channel and leave your comments about the story and give suggestions to write more new stories. With this it will be until a new video. A new story and well thank you all for listening to me. I hope you liked it. Bye bye.